Hi everyone, welcome to the Silvie Maryl Talk Show. I'm Silvie Celiz.
And I'm Maryl Celiz Paz.
Today there's a question. We received a question from a viewer, and what she wants to know is, how do I attract things into my life because I am not attracting what I want for a long time?
Right. She said, how do I change what I need to, what do I need to do in order to change the things that I'm attracting? And so for us, really, what you want to change is here. It's on the inside first. If you want to attract different things, what you need to change is what you're sending out.
You're really like a broadcast radio station. That's what you really are. I mean, it's really about energy and the frequencies that you're sending out into the universe. You know, you have your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors,
your words.
And all that has a energy, has a frequency, has a rhythm that goes out into the universe, and it comes right back to you. Because just the same as you are this broadcasting sort of station, organic, multiple dimensional being, you are also this receiver, right? And so
if you want to, get different people, attract different kinds of people,
situations,
attract different kinds of jobs, attract different kinds of even quantities of money or different things, you need to first change your concepts, your ideas, your beliefs, and your thoughts about, those same topics in your mind, so that you can send out the signal for these changes, and then you will receive the effect of this cause that you generated, this effect, the results, which are the changes.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, well, how do I want changes in my life, but then they're not making any changes in their life. So if you want change in your life, you have to make changes in your life.
Right.
It's very simple formula, and I know that, oh my God, it's not so simple to do, but it just begins on the inside with your thoughts. You have to ask yourself, well, what am I thinking, right?
Right, and I think it's a simple shift also sometimes, and this will help you feel a little better, is a simple shift from this is what I lack to this is where I could be, not seeing what I already have in my life and feeling grateful for that. That just sending out that transmission of high vibration gratitude energy will already generate different energy and different things coming into your life.
And a lot of people don't stop and think, well, what am I thinking constantly every single day in order to pinpoint, why am I attracting all these things in my life that I'm not liking? Because we're thinking constantly every single second of the day. And it's those thoughts that dictate our behavior, right, and our emotions and the response that we generate from those emotions. So I think that it's self-check. It's a really great exercise to do every single day. Well, what am I thinking? That's why you always talk about keeping a journal.
Yeah, so you can do it just mental rundown, or you can do it by writing things down. I find that when you're writing things down, different parts of your brain get activated. It's very different than typing on a computer, but as you're writing things down, it's almost like drawing. And so you connect with sort of a more visual, creative, right brain part of your brain, and then you're able to just sort of channel not just the things that you maybe want to change in yourselves, but you start channeling the really positive things, like the things that you may want to move into and attract, and these changes. And I think that's a big topic, because a lot of times we will focus on the things that we don't have and on the things that, God, I don't want that in my life. Well, that's where you're going to keep getting if you're focusing on that.
Whatever you focus on, whatever your mind focuses on, your thoughts and your thought patterns, that's what you will be attracting.
So then
it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger.
When you do these things, you focus on really more like, well, what would I want? And a lot of times the things that we want maybe are not the things that, ultimately will make us the happiest. But it's like, what would I like to create here? And just get really creative and say, I would like to change. And then reinforce those thoughts, those new replacement thoughts. And so that you consistently send out a different frequency for what the universe is going to bring to you.
So we could talk about this for a really long time in multiple layers, because I just thought about like 4 things that were just, along the line.
Just 4?
Maybe more than 4. But, these are just a few of the things, but we will be talking about them in different episodes of the Silvie Maryl Talk Show. So be sure to be signed up to our newsletter and to like us on Facebook, Silvie plus Maryl, where we can update you on some things or leave your comments there as well.
Yeah, and you can actually leave us suggestions or questions for the topics that we're going to be talking about here on the talk show via our Facebook page, as well as Twitter, where we're Silvie and Maryl, and Instagram. And you can always email us at smtv@sylvieandmaryl.com.
Be sure to check out our book, Nourished, it's digital book, Nourished, so that you can also be having a clear mind and body, living an optimal, holistic life. So we'll see you next time, and I'm still trying that out, I'm not sure.
Send us your comments about that too.
Okay, bye.